So yesterday we left off with the 18mm wrench that I was going to take and grind into a blade. I took a chop saw, chopped off the ends of it, and then I took it to a grinder, put an edge on it, flattened out a piece here, and then I also used a knife sharpener. I'd like to get it a little bit sharper. It's got a little bit of an edge to it, but we'll fine tune it later on when we have more time. I wanted to drill holes in it, but I don't have a metal drill bit, so I took my Dremel tool, and I have a small grinding wheel, basically, and I cut a hole in it there. So we're going to insert it into the dowel rod, and I've made a cut into the dowel rod. It's not as clean as I'd like it to be, but I made a cut into it, and then I've drilled 2 holes for the screws and countersinked it. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert the blade here, and these are just a couple of screws that I had kind of laying around, and they seem like they're going to work real well. I already kind of tested this out previously. I'm going to get the screws in and started. Once we get the screws in, I'm going to basically cover this in Gorilla Glue, and then I'm going to put it in a C-clamp or a vise and let it set up overnight so it's good and solid. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead, put this in, cover it Gorilla Glue, and then put it in a clamp and let it sit. So when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like with the screws in and the glue, and we'll let it sit overnight and continue. I've also went ahead and painted. I went with like a hunter's orange or a pumpkin orange, I think is what it's actually called. I'm not sure if I like the orange. I might actually change to black. But you know, for survival purposes, it's nice. It sticks out if you're walking through the woods. You know, hopefully somebody will spot you if you're trying to be rescued. So. We may change this. We might leave it for now, but when we come back, I'll have the dowel rod and the blade inserted and set up, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do next.